Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my overview for Star Wars The Bad Batch, episode 27, and my brief thoughts on season 3, episode 1 of The Mandalorian Chapter 17. So, The Bad Batch. Not quite what I predicted, I can't lie, but it was still a phenomenal episode. Well, we start off the episode with The Bad Batch still very annoyed at Sid, quite understandably, and then eventually she says, okay, I do have a job for you guys, and I'm going to give you guys a massive cut of the takings, which was actually just their standard rate, and then she upped it to 50%. And then after they finished that call with her, they did say that they are now planning to cut off ties with her, which honestly, yeah, fair enough, she did leave them for dead. Now, it turns out this job is kind of dangerous, because, well, the Empire, yep, they're finally back. They're doing some cloning of a very dangerous creature called the Zillo Beast. Now, if you've watched the Clone Wars, specifically, I think Season 2, I can't remember at this point, that was a gigantic creature that almost destroyed Coruscant. Yeah, they decided to clone that thing. I don't know why, but they did, and they have, so here it is. And they've modified it slightly. So whenever it feeds on electricity, it expands in size. So by the time the Bad Batch get to it, it's pretty sizable. By the time the Bad Batch are finished with it, it's huge. And then by the time the Empire gets to it, well, it's just all shades of disastrous. I mean, the Empire had to send, I think, 3 Venators, a fair few Republic attack shuttles, a couple of LA-80s, and a whole flight of V-Wings, and a full team of commandos. Like, I'm not just talking a normal squad, I'm talking about 20 upwards. So there was a lot of commandos in this episode. And again, that Scorch knockoff was also in the episode, looking rather... having quite a look of disdain through his armour of what the Empire was doing to the civilians of the city that the Zillo Beast clone was attacking. Which, it's beginning to make me think, is it actually Scorch, and is he starting to have questions about the Empire? I hope so, on both counts. But we also see in the episode Mount Tantiss, which is that mountain I was referring to in actually my last video on this, because I was saying how the Empire hasn't had much screen time this season, and the fact that this cloning arc was kind of left to die in Season 1. Thank God I mentioned that, because here it is. We head to Mount Tantiss, and we see Nala Se actually locked in a prison cell. Oh dear. And this new Imperial scientist comes onto the planet, and tries to talk her into doing the Empire's bidding, and eventually he has an idea. Contact the former Prime Minister of Kamino, see if he can talk her into it. Eventually, Lama Su arrives and says, I don't have much of a chance of getting through to her, but I know how you can. There is this young clone, a girl. Get her to Nala Se and she might cooperate. So, yeah, it looks as if the hunt for Omega is on again. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the final few episodes of this season go. This season, for me, has been a bit of a downgrade on Season 1 so far. I have to say, I have liked the season, but there hasn't been nearly as much as I would have liked to have seen in this season. Like, they could have done so much with this season, but so far haven't. But I am very much willing to wait for the final few episodes to see if the Empire and the show as a whole does what I'm hoping they do. Now, on to The Mandalorian. Oh my god, this first episode of Season 3 was phenomenal! Like, we see that Mando is still in exile from his old creed, despite saving their lives. We see that Greef Karga is still the magistrate of Navarro, or should I say the High Magistrate. Cara Dune has disappeared, much to a lot of people's cheer and dismay. I'm personally on the thank God side of that. Now, we did have some foreshadowing, I think, in the hyperspace scene with the giant space whales. Now, for those of you who've watched Rebels, you'll know who they are. Those are the whales that kind of whisked Ezra and Admiral Thrawn into some part of unknown space. And we know at the end of Season 2, well, halfway through roughly, Ahsoka was looking for Thrawn. So I'm wondering, is she going to find him in this season, and are we going to see Ezra back? Please, God, please, please, please. But yeah, the first episode of Mandalorian Season 3 was just brilliant. I can't wait to see the rest of the season. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video on my overview of Star Wars The Bad Batch Episode 27 and The Mandalorian and my thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 3 Episode 1 or Chapter 17. So please, like this video, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's channels. Her link is in the description. My sub button is down there. Please click both of our sub buttons, then our bell icons to get both sets for notifications. Comment as well, because why the heck not? And let me know what you thought of both of these episodes of Star Wars The Bad Batch and The Mandalorian. Once you've done that too, please follow me on all my social medias. There'll be a link tree in the description. That's going to be Roxanne's website. And lastly, please do share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!